What's up, everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Tricky Jim at Full Grip Games. Got a sweet video for you all today. This is Ryan Moorhouse's 8th place list from the Harrogate Regional Championships. We've got Ultra Necrozma-Malamar. It has been a while since I've played this deck on Tricky Jim, and I'm excited to show off this list. It is super consistent, super straightforward, everything I want from an Ultra Necrozma list in standard format. It's got copies of Switch as well as Altar of the Moon. I love that it plays Giratina and Lunala Prism Star as well. Plenty of consistency cards. We've got lots of Ultra Balls, Mysterious Treasures, Acro Bikes to help us just churn through our deck super quickly. So awesome finish by Ryan and an amazing deck. We also got the Unit Energies in here to allow us to attack with both Psychic attackers and provide the metal for our Ultra Necrozma. So super sweet deck. Definitely love the way that it is constructed. And this deck is just a deck that refuses to go away. Everybody knew that Ultra Necrozma was going to be a strong archetype coming into this format. From the standard rotation last year, everybody had all eyes on Ultra Necrozma, and it has lived up to that expectation with a ton of consistent finishes this year. And with the new Tag Team Pokemon GX coming out soon, you have to think that this deck is one of the few decks that can reach that 300 hit point threshold. So I think that Ultra Necrozma just stays super relevant heading into the future format as well, which is very exciting. So I think I'm just going to go in here and Lillie for a draw of 6. That way I'm guaranteed a supporter for next turn. Definitely dig that. We'll Acro Bike and see what else we got. We got a Switch and we've got a Mysterious Treasure. I think that we might keep the Switch and switch into another Pokemon, like switch into Inkay or something like that. This thing's got a retreat, so I don't think that my opponent is actually going to be attacking turn 2. And then all I need to do is just like switch into an Inkay, find a Malamar next turn off the supporter, and go from there. So just gonna, I mean, my opponent probably is going to like let loose me, dude. I feel like Lost March players just like let loose turn 1 every time. So I'm gonna sit like this and just be content with that. Definitely love the high switch count in this deck. The mobility is huge, and Switch in combination with Ultra Necrozma's Invasion in combination with Altar of the Moon just gives us that ultimate flexibility that we need in this deck to be able to Psychic Recharge to whoever we want and promote whichever attacker we need. Now, the Lost March matchup should be interesting. It can be sketchy if my opponent can really just draw everything that they need and kind of just tee off very quickly. It can be tough. If they hit their Guzma on the turn that I end up using Moon's Eclipse GX, that could be tough. But I might end up using Sky Scorching Light as well. That is an attack that can certainly end a game versus Lost March if they have some excess of low hit point attackers in play. I can just go in and Sky Scorching Light, knock out things like Hot Bips and Nat2s all in one go, and then Sky Scorching Light in combination with the Giratina that pops out of the discard pile can allow me to even hit 70 hit point dudes like my man Marshadow. So that's something to look out for at the end of the game. If my opponent's got like a Marshadow on the bench and a Nat2 somewhere and maybe one other guy, I could just end the game with Sky Scorching Light GX. So I think that that probably is going to be my route here and something that I want to look out for. Normally, Lost March is kind of slow to get their Pokemon into the Lost Zone. It usually takes them till about turn 3. So my hope is that this Dawn Wings can kind of just jump out of the gates, get out there early, and maybe take 2 prizes right off the bat. and kind of slow my opponent's setup down. So that would be very good. Obviously, if my opponent puts Tapu Lele into play or something like that, this thing is hitting for, what, 120, 150, 180. It is hitting for 180 right now, so that is like a possibility. Ooh, I could also Chimecho. I could, if that was something that I needed to do. I could just Guzma and Chimecho right now, but I don't know if that's like super necessary. I guess like that would just give me some time to like build up attackers, I guess. This Hop-Up can tackle for 20 and I'm only doing 10. So that is like pretty good though. I definitely slow my opponent down and make it so they can't really do anything. And I think that can't play any Pokemon that has an ability from their hand. So they could build up like some things though, so I don't know. We'll give it a shot. All right, who doesn't like to Chimecho? So we'll Chimecho here and then set up behind the Chimecho. I think that's like a totally fine thing to do. So let's just Bell of Silence. My opponent is not going to be getting any sort of Hop-Ips into play. Now this could come back to bite me if my opponent is able to like put down a Nat2, a DCE, Lost Blender away 2 things, and Guzma and Inkay, right? Then I'm feeling very silly if my opponent was able to do that. But this kind of gives me some assurance that I'm going to take the first prize here. I have plenty of time to commit my energy into play the way that I want to, and just make sure that I'm in total and complete control of this matchup here. So what I like about this hand is that I can Mysterious Treasure for a Giratina, then Ultra Ball the Giratina away. So I'm going to Mysterious Treasure away that Ultra Ball there and go grab it if I had one. I forgot he's prized, right? So the Giratina is prized. That's a little bit of a bummer situation, but that's okay. I think we saved the Ultra Necrozma for like later in the game. Now I have committed to Unit Energies already, but that's fine. I have 2 more in deck. I'm just gonna have to try and find those fellas at some point in time. I think I'll get the Lunala Prism Star and kind of start building up that thing too. Could be pretty cool. So we'll do that. I don't actually need a second Malamar this time because I only got 1 Psychic in the discard pile. So I'll just Psychic Recharge onto this dude. And then next turn, I'll Lillie with the Ultra Ball in hand and maybe get some more Pokemon into the, or not Pokemon, but more energy into the discard pile. I think I want to take my first knockout with the Chimecho if I can. And then, yeah, my opponent cannot do anything. So that's like super rad. Definitely cool with that. So we'll do that and then just Lillie. I don't actually need to see too many cards. So like totally cool with that play there. Lillie for less cards, and the next turn we'll Cynthia, just to guarantee that we continue to stream supporters here. We'll grab the other Malamar, and at this point we can continue to Psychic Recharge, maybe one onto my Lunala Prism Star just to have like a backup dude, and I don't really want to bench the Ultra Necrozma yet. We're just going to Bell of Silence one more time, and then hopefully knock out a Hop-Ip with a 4th Bell of Silence. That is like the dream here, and we're seeing how good this Chimecho is. I mean, honestly, so many decks are super ability reliant, so that just can shut down an entire strategy and allow you to set up your board. And that's one of the biggest things with Malamar, is that you just want to get your board set up the best that you can, so that you want to set up first. That's just it. So let's I don't know, and we could be super greedy and just like Guzma and start using Bell of Silence on something else, but I think I'm just going to Cynthia here. If we were to like Guzma, we could just like start to knock down one of these Hop-Ips and then maybe eventually find my Giratina out of the prizes. Like that would be kind of cool, right? So let's just do this here, and then I don't really need to Acro Bike for anything, so we'll figure that all out next turn and just Bell of Silence this Hop-Ip for knockout and see what my opponent does about that. Sure enough, we found our Giratina, so that is most excellent. I can pull off some crafty play where maybe I Bell of Silence like another Hoppip for 3 times, and then Guzma it, like Guzma around it, and then Giratina and pop it out, and then knock out the Hoppip. That would be pretty cool. So maybe we get to do something like that. But I'm sure my opponent has probably just been waiting with this Oranguru here to finally knock out my Chimecho, and then we're kind of off to the races, right? So this next turn, I will probably knock out the Oranguru with my Ultra Necrozma. That, or I can, if I find another energy, use my Lunala Prism Star, who is like definitely cool to use because that's just a non-GX attacker, kind of slow my opponent down a little bit. Either works, and I do have Altar of the Moon, so I can kind of pivot between whichever dude I want here, so I'm definitely feeling that. We'll just promote the Malamar, I guess. That way we can like invasion and go wherever we please. I think that like makes the most sense. Or I guess we promote the Lunala Prism Star and we can invasion and retreat. That's probably fine. Sure. So the Oranguru is in the active. We got ourselves an energy. Let's Acro Bike and see what this hand shows us. We've got a Mysterious Treasure. Definitely dig that. That way I can ditch the Giratina with Mysterious Treasure. That's cool. We can go get ourselves probably another Inkay, which is fine. I need the, for the Sky Scorching Light, I think there needs to be like less than 6 prizes total, or less than, I don't know, what is it, less than, I can't read it. All right, whatever, it's not now, so we're just gonna get an Inkay. That's cool. Sure, we'll do that, and then I have 1 Psychic in the discard pile now. So I can actually, if I can get I can retreat. Yeah, I can invasion, retreat, invasion, retreats, and then I can Psychic Recharge, attach. We're going to attach here. The timer is like really on me today. I can invasion and retreat into Malamar and then switch with Psystorm. 20 times the energy attached to all Pokemon. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, sure. We could do it with Lunala Prism Star. So let's just do it. Yeah, I'm into it. Feeling it. So we'll invasion and retreat. Well, I want to retreat into Malamar, and I want to get rid of these fellas here. Done. Okay. That's cool. And then we can Psychic Recharge onto our Lunala Prism Star. And then I will switch and put down my Altar of the Moon finally, and then get the maximum value out of Lillie as well. So I really dig that route there. That's feeling pretty good. And I don't really need to play my Acro Bike. I kind of have everything that I could possibly want. So we'll just Psystorm here for knockout on the Oranguru, promoting a beefy non-GX here. So my opponent might have a hard time knocking it out. They have no Pokemon in the Lost Zone right now. So that means that they might get like 2 here, 4, 6. They have a huge hand, right? So they might go like 2, 4, 6. To do 120, but then they also need to get like 2 more. Probably like 2 Trumbeaks or something like that in order to knock out my Lunala. That's cool. They got Lost Blender, so they're going to start off with that, just sending away a Jump Bluff and a Nat 2. Then I can, I'm probably going in with the Dawn Wings next turn. I could also go in with the Giratina. Actually, I'm going in with Giratina next turn. Who am I kidding? I'm definitely going to use Shadow Impact this next turn. I've got the Guzma. I've got the Stadium in my hand as well. We can for sure just utilize that Giratina and kind of keep my opponent at bay with just a with non-GX attackers. So that is going to be the goal for sure. Getting let loose here, as is the norm. My opponent had no Hoppip. Can you believe they had no Skiplooms in that hand whatsoever? So that was like kind of a rough situation there, having no Skiplooms. They're going to Great Ball here, though. So hopefully they rip one. Yeah, they got 1. But even so, dude, like you are looking like you might not knock out this Lunala. I was expecting like triple Skiploom just right off of that non-Chimecho turn. But I don't think that they're going to have it like that. They have to get a whole bunch here in order to respond to this Lunala. They need a lot more. See, they got 4 now, so they're doing 80, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's not quite it. And you don't even want to waste a grass energy hitting for just 80 damage. That is like no bueno for sure. They do have a Cynthia though, so we'll refresh. See some more cards here. And I guess they're looking for like 2 skip blooms. If they get 2 skip blooms here and a grass energy, they would have 4, 6, and then 8. So they would be able to knock me out if they got 2 more skip blooms. So they got a Trumbeak. All right, and they're checking my top card to see if they send it to the lost zone. Nope, looking like I get to keep it. So that's pretty rad. It's pretty dope, man. Appreciate it. So if you guys haven't, well, we got a little downtime here. We wait for my opponent to do their thing. If you guys have not seen yet, I have got Tricky Jim t-shirts in the merch shelf below the video. Super excited that I get that that Teespring merch shelf there. Super, super sweet. I'm going to be adding a Never Punished t-shirt. It actually might be there right now. I'm working with an artist to get that worked out. So by the time this video goes live, the Never Punished t-shirt may be in the merch shelf there. So make sure to go check that out. It supports the channel 100%. So thank you guys so much to everybody who's already ordered one. You guys rock. I've had people ask me about t-shirts for a long time. So really, really appreciate the love that we've been getting on that so far. Also, everybody who's been supporting me on Twitch, the Twitch has been going really, really well lately, so I'm really stoked on that. I'm going to be getting a stream schedule up, but it's looking like probably Monday, Wednesday, Friday is going to be my big 3 days with occasional weekend days tossed in there as well. We got the Full Grip Games tournament that I'm streaming every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, so that's like every single Wednesday. We do live tabletop streaming here at Full Grip Games. That's super exciting for me to do, getting to commentate over those games, and just an awesome experience all around. So if you haven't gotten to check that out yet, it's a lot of fun. So make sure to check that out live on Wednesdays at 7 Eastern. And then also Monday and Friday, I think I'm going to start streaming Friday mornings, and then Wednesday at like 7 p.m. Eastern as well, or Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it's going to be like another time that I'm probably starting to go. So that's probably it. I will have my stream schedule posted soon, probably by maybe this weekend. Yep. So I'm going to stick to that. This timer, not my buddy right now. All right, so we'll just attach here, and then I can probably just Side Storm, honestly. I think I just Ultra Ball away, like, probably the Ultra Necrozma and the other Inkay. There's, like, almost no way I lose at this point. So I'm just going to... Oh, yeah, my other Malamar's not in there. That's cool. Just thin the deck a little bit. I just want to, like, see as many cards as I can right now. So, like, I don't really mind. I just want to get, like, Guzmas in my hand just in case. So no Psychic Recharge happening. We're just going to Side Storm this Marshadow for knockout. And then I have the Unit Energy and the Ultra Necrozma in my hand, which is perfect. Just in case we get down to it, I can just, like, nuke my opponent's side with that Sky Scorching Light. We need 6 or less prize cards between the two of us. So that means my opponent's got to take a knockout here for sure to help me on my way to end the game with Sky Scorching Light. That would be super rad. So I'm definitely digging that. I also need a little more bench space so that I can knock out jump bluffs with the Sky Scorching Light. That would just be like totally nuts. So trying to end the game here with like a big fireworks finale, Sky Scorching Light. I think that in combination with Ditto or in combination with Giratina is just completely nutso. Like, I can't believe that that is a thing that this deck can do, just sniping 70 damage to things. There's so many relevant Pokemon that have 70 hit points. It's just completely wild. I mean, between 60 and 70, you're just hitting like a lot of really key numbers there. I mean, you're just destroying Ditto. If there's a Ditto around, like when you only have 6 or less prizes between the two of you, like it's going down anyway. But being able to hit jump bluffs and Marshadows is like absolutely big. And then, you know, obviously Professor Elm's lecture means that, you know, decks are searching out 60 hit point Pokemon just all the time. And what is this? They are playing the Shedinja in their deck. So this Ditto Prism Star can evolve into Shedinja, which could make their Jumpluff not give up a prize, which would be pretty crazy. Right now they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're doing 140. My beef with the whole Shedinja thing, even though it is very cool, my beef with the Shedinja thing is that Lost March already has consistency issues. So then I feel like piling the Shedinja stuff on top of it just kind of complicates things even further, even though you can like totally boss out some wins. I'm sure sometimes you just completely just demolish your opponent. You get a Shedinja out, you know, your Jumpluffs aren't giving up prizes. I mean, you could just like totally stunt on your opponent with a list like that, like for sure. However, it's just, you know, are you stunting on your opponent every single game though? That would be my biggest question. Like, you know, you want a list that's going to stunt on your opponent as much as possible. So that would be my biggest concern. Is this it? Oh, here he is. Look at him. Beautiful. Shedinja's got Vessel of Light. Once during your turn before you attack, you may discard all cards attached to this Pokemon, attached to one of your Pokemon as a tool card. And when that Pokemon is knocked out, your opponent takes 1 fewer prizes. So crazy stuff there. Does my opponent have Guzma? Are they going to do it? They have, what's he, 6, 7, 8, 9. They got Guzma on my Necrozma. And are they going to nat to me? Oh, this is actually beautiful. So if they take 2 prizes here, they're going to go to 3. That means, let's see, if both players' remaining prize cards is 6 or less, that means I can Sky Scorching Light for, right? I just get to Sky Scorching Light for my remaining 3 prizes. Is that the way that this works, right? And put 6 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Dude, we are about to just slam dunk this dude. This is gonna be insane. Oh my gosh, the Giratina and the Ultra Necrozma. Let's get it going. I'm trying to take a 3 prize turn, dude. Let's do it. I have never Ultra Necrozma like this. Please, Guzma. I hope you have the Guzma right now. Yes, please have the Guzma onto my Ultra Necrozma and just take it out. I'm hoping. I mean, if the Lunala goes down, then I can't quite do it yet. He's digging for it. He's going to instruct. Can he rip the Guzma to take out? No. Nuts. It's all good. So it's just going to go down. I got to wait 1 more turn for ultimate stuntage, but it's all good. I can be patient. I can be patient. That is fine. So we will just really just sit tight and hope my opponent does not. We want to like Guzma, probably the Oranguru, honestly, because I want to be able to, just kind of come out of nowhere with this dude. So let's just do that. I guess my opponent could like let loose me again, which like could be bad and take my win away, which I like don't necessarily want, but I think it's probably fine. I don't want to bench my Ultra Necrozma. It's my only one, so I kind of want to save that. Let's just Dark Flash here for knockout on the Oranguru, make it so my opponent can't really draw any more cards. We are offering up the Dawn Wings here intentionally with the intention of just wiping my opponent out, just completely wholesale with the Ultra Necrozma. That is the dream. So let's hope my opponent doesn't mess with me here. I only got 7 cards in deck, so I don't actually have like a whole lot of cards here. They're getting another Oranguru. Let's see, can they do it here, or are we going to get to do the dream play? I guess like at this point, you know, there's not really any targets that they can Guzma up. Ideally, I've given them the Ultra Necrozma. That's who they want to knock out. I think ideally they just let loose me again, but he's got these, he's got the Shedinja in there though. That makes me think that he might not have enough room in his deck for the whole, oh, you got my Lillie. You got me. I don't think he might have enough room in his deck for a bunch of Marshadows, so this is probably just it. Yes, let's get it. We are going to take all our prizes right now, final 2, but I actually get to take 3, all right? It's a 3-prize turn, even though I only need 2 to win the game. So let's just go in. We've got our Ultra of the Moon out. I've got Guzma. There's no way, literally no way I can mess this up. So let's just pop them. All right, get them out. Giratina, Distortion Door, onto 2 Jumpluffs. busted. And then we got Ultra Necrozma and the Unit Energy and the Psychic Recharge. Hello, Tapu Lele. Hello there, sir. We are going to get it 3 prizes. All right, so we're going to go here onto the Oranguru and Sky Scorching Light. 4 game. Good game, dude. And hopefully you have a little bit better luck next time. That was fantastic. Honestly, thoroughly enjoyed myself with this Ultra Necrozma list. Shout out to Ryan Moorhouse for cooking up a super sweet deck. That was a great match, honestly. So super, super cool. Gonna show off the list here real quick so y'all can see that. And also going to drop Ryan's list in the description below. Make sure to check out fullgripgames.com. We are going to be doing pre-orders soon. Not yet, but soon we are going to be doing pre-orders for Team Up. So look forward to that. If you have got plans to pick up Team Up singles, fullgripgames.com is going to be fulfilling pre-orders at the, around the pre-release time. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Also, brand new t-shirts in the Teespring. Should be able to see those on the merch shelf below, as well as Ryan Moorhouse's sweet Ultra Necrozma list. So thank you so much for everybody watching the video. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel. I'm almost at 40,000 subs. So please sub to the channel, like the video. It all helps very much, with the whole algorithm thing, and which, we all love algorithms. Thank you. Have a great day. Peace.